Season 3, Episode 2 of Tales from the Crypt, Carrion Death. This one starts out with the Tales from the Crypt intro. After that, we see the Crypt Keeper. We see a motorcycle pull up and some legs, which we don't normally see, walk and get off the bike. And it's in these boots and shit. No, I can't believe it. The Crypt Keeper's a bike pig. How dare you? Oh, and then we go to the story. Dude escapes prison. He's about to be executed on death row. He's robbing a bank, getting some money for snacks and gas along the way. So he's out on the old road trying to make it to Mexico. Unfortunately, there's a bike cop on his tail. Instead of pulling him over like the cops are supposed to do, the cop drives on the side of him and just starts shooting. He says, Mios Dios. And I forget what the fuck happens, but the cop ends up falling off his motorcycle. The guy ends up falling off his car. And then the motorcycle goes through the car. They have intercourse and make some kind of motorcycle hybrid. Ooh, spooktacular. Tales from the Crypt. Anyways, now they're on foot. The cops hunting down the escaped killer. And all the time there's a vulture watching them, just seeing what's going on. So the cop tracks the what's his nuts? I just said it. God damn. The convict down, handcuffs himself to the convict. The convict says, "Hey, I'll one up you," and shoots the cop dead. So now he's, attached to this dead cop and he's carrying him around the desert. Why doesn't he, stomp on the cop's hand, take a rock to his hand, break his bones since the cop's dead already? And he is a serial killer who's killed many, many times. So, I mean, mutilating a dead cop's hand so you can slip the handcuffs through, I don't think that would be out of character for this guy. But if that happened, I guess, the rest of the story wouldn't happen. So he just throws the cop over his back like he was a sack of fucking potatoes or whatever. And 10 minutes later, the guy says, "Oh, why don't I, chop this cop's hand off so I can get the cuffs off?" So he makes a little makeshift axe. He's all dehydrated from carrying this fucking cop on his shoulders. There was only one set of footprints because he was carrying him the whole time. So he fucking misses, hits his own hand, cuts it like half off, and then his fucking hand gets ripped off. He's hanging on a cliff or some shit. He falls down, breaks his fucking neck. He's paralyzed from the neck down. He has this cool looking appliance that, the anatomy may be there, but it looks cool. And then the vulture comes and eats his eyes out, which is probably the most memorable thing about this episode. And looks all right. Doesn't look as cool as I remember it, but whatever. The fake head, that doesn't look good. And you see it for a long time. It's a really cheap wig on there. So, Tales from the Crypt. And then we cut back. The fucking Crypt Keeper's still in his biker cop gear, whatever. He says something about sucking dick, and we're out. Another whatever one. Great way to kick off a season. Shit. Well, if you're watching this when it comes out, happy Thanksgiving. I hope it was better or will be better than this episode. So spend some time with your family and friends. Hopefully you have them to spend time with. And then go to dwnproductions.net. Check out all my art, my masks, bust props. If you want something custom made, maybe something from Tales from the Crypt. Woohoo, spooktacular. Hit me up and maybe I'll be able to make it for you. You like t-shirts? Who doesn't? You can't run around fucking naked. So head on over to fastcustomshirts.com. Check out Joe's shirts, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of horror designs, but not just any horror designs, all the horror designs and some non-horror designs too. So check out fastcustomshirts.com every Sunday here on YouTube, 10 p.m. Central. Joe and I do the podcast live. So if you want to check that out, do it or don't. It's your time, and I would never tell you how to spend that. So in the meantime, boy gob.